Hello there and a very warm welcome to another edition of the program. I'm Victor Matthias. Now, Nigerian security apparatus have been re-strategizing after its troops were attacked by members of militant group Boko Haram in Metele village in Borno State. The attack, which was said to be one amongst many, resulted in the death of officers and loss of arms and ammunition. Today on the program, we will be examining the situation, the role of government, as well as solutions. But we will first take a moment to see what made the trends in the past week in the social media circles.
Nigerians mourned the death of Ace On-Air personality Tosin Buckner, who was reportedly found dead by her husband when he arrived home from work. Her death elicited reactions from Nigeria and abroad, including her peers in the broadcast industry, actors, as well as the Minister of Information. The Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly was barricaded by a combined force of police, army and civil defense has taken over the entire assembly complex, barring even the House of Assembly staff from gaining entrance. This action was condemned by Nigerians leading to the Senate, ordering the armed officers to vacate the complex. Reactions have trailed the launch, with some praising the Bayelsa-born politician's time in office, while others lambasting Dr. Jonathan for allegedly leaving out certain issues in the memoir, especially with the Chibok girls and the Boko Haram insurgency.
Well, there you go. Those were the trends in the past week. But joining us to discuss this topic, we have with us in the studio Najib Bello. Thanks for joining us on the program today. You're welcome. And also joining us from our Abuja studio, we have Dominic Alancha. Dominic, it's a pleasure to have you on the program today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Very well. We also have joining us via Google Plus Hangout, Mukhtar Danya. He joins us from New York City in the United States. Mukhtar, it's a pleasure to have you on the program today as well.
Thank you for having me.
Very well. Well, so let me just get you to set the ball rolling, or, I mean, a lot has been going on. There's been, so much talk, in the past week as to regards of the Boko Haram insurgency resurfacing again. Where are we getting things wrong?
I think there's a lot the government is not doing. These attacks, we've passed this level a long time ago, but after the efforts of the military, something slowed down. It wasn't, they were gaining on Boko Haram for many months, but after a while, something slowed down, and we need the government to explain why our soldiers are not being supplied weapons, why they are just being, they don't understand what's happening in the field. You saw a video that the soldiers made themselves, and they were complaining about the situation over there, the obsolete equipment that they had to use, and Boko Haram was...
Even though the army is claiming that that video is doctored.
It's not doctored. We saw our soldiers. It was a huge field with the kind of equipment that were in that field where they were recording. You can't have it in somewhere in Ajegunle or somewhere. So well, it's very... I can say it's authentic. I don't know where they are getting their own fake news from.
Let me bring in Dominic from our Abuja studio. Dominic, what do you make of the situation at the moment?
Well, Victor, first of all, my heart goes out to the family of those slain soldiers and the Nigerian army. This is a very sad one. We are shocked, just as Mr. President is also very shocked over the killing of the soldiers in Metele. Having said that, I'm not a security personnel. I'm not a security expert, but as a member of the ruling party, there is a way I see it, because certainly, and it's a known fact, that the Boko Haram of 2014 is not the Boko Haram of today. 2018, they have been disseminated, and their strength have been whittled down to a very large extent. But what we see happening is a regrouping. The Boko Haram are regrouping, and I will agree with my colleague there that yes, to a reasonable extent, I think the military have relaxed. They need to wake up and begin to do the needful. The intelligence community really need to wake up and also do the needful, so that we can get past all this. The fight against Boko Haram, the fight against terrorism is not an easy one. It's a known fact that to defeat Boko Haram is not, terrorism is not easy. And Boko Haram in Nigeria has assumed an international dimension with their link to ISIS and other terrorist organizations across the globe. I think we must support the Nigerian army, and we must call on them to wake up and do the needful. And I also believe in the capacity of Mr. President, because as a leader, he will not sit down and watch the situation deteriorate to a level that the lives of Nigerians and the Nigerian military army personnel will be like the lives of chicken. It's unacceptable. He's doing the needful. Speaking about doing
the needful, how much would you say he has done?
Well,
what is the needful in quotes
if
now
you
that you're
read
talking
the
about?
response, he has summoned the military and the intelligence community, the army chiefs and, service chief, for a meeting so that they could. It's an emerging challenge, and they would, like I said, they will do the needful, because what is happening right now is an emerging challenge that they really need to wake up and proffer solution to it.
Let me bring in Mukhtar.
And I believe that is what is happening.